Fundamentals of Chinese 4, Unit 11, Travel, Planning and Itinerary, Grammar It. Please turn to pages 272, 275 to 275 and have a pen or pencil ready to take notes. Okay, in our dialogue for this unit, we saw the use of indefinite references. This is where we say things like whoever, I'll be friends with whoever I want, whatever, I'll do whatever he tells me to do. I'll go wherever you go. I'll go wherever I want, etc. So we saw that in the dialogue where Wang Peng says, I'll buy whichever company's airline tickets are cheapest. So let's take a look at some other examples. So first here we have, let's take a look at or we can take a look at the Chinese first. 谁想去谁就去. Okay, so here we're using 谁, and 谁 is being used to do the indefinite reference. Okay, and it translates into English as, well, let's look at this in Chinese first. Who wants go, who 就 go. Okay, whoever wants to go can go. 谁想去谁就去. Okay, so you use 就 there in this second section. Remember I said that this indefinite reference is expressed in two parts. Part 1, Part 2. Who wants to go? Who 就 go. Let's look at this other example. 你吃什么我就吃什么. Right, so you're in a restaurant and I ask you, what do you want to eat? And you say, I'll have whatever you're eating. Whatever. I'll have whatever you're having or whatever you're eating. 你吃什么我就吃什么. Okay, so you see the question word will repeat itself here. Okay, and you'll see that the question word goes in the place where it normally goes. So 谁 usually goes in the beginning. 什么 usually goes at the end of the sentence. 你吃什么我就吃什么. Let's take a look at this other example. 哪双鞋便宜就买哪双. Okay, which pair shoes cheap? 就 buy which pair. Okay, so in this case we're using 哪 for whichever. Right, so 谁 for whoever, 什么 for whatever, 哪 for whichever. We have a little dialogue here. Taxi driver says, 您想怎么走? 您想怎么走? Which way do you want? Which way do you want to take? Oh yeah, which way do you want to take? So you're going to some location and there's more than one way to get there. You could take the highway, you could take the city roads, you could take the back roads, right? Which way do you want to take? Okay, you're going to some location. Which way do you want to take the bridge? Do you want to take the tunnel? Right? Which way do you want to take? 您想怎么走? That's what he's asking. 您想怎么走? The passenger responds, 怎么进怎么走? Okay, so 怎么 is the question word. I'll take whichever is the shortest route. Okay, so the taxi driver asked 怎么走? So the passenger responds, 怎么进怎么走? Okay, whichever is close, take that way. You may want to read over this paragraph on your own. In the book, it points out some grammatical points, so if you're confused about some of the sentences above, you can get some clarification here, but I'm not going to read it. All right. 哪儿安静 我住哪儿？哪儿安静？我住哪儿？ Okay, I'll live wherever it's quiet. Where? Quiet. I live where? You could say 哪儿安静，我就住哪儿。You can work without the geo here. Let's take a look at this one. 他找谁帮他搬家具？他找谁帮他搬家具？ Who is he going to ask to help him move his furniture? 谁身体棒？他找谁？ He'll ask whoever is strong. 谁身体棒？他找谁？ Okay, so spend some time going over these sentences. If you need to spend some more time reading over them and letting it sink in, do that. This is a very useful, the indefinite reference is a very useful language tool for communication because you often want to speak in this kind of manner, of course. Okay, on to the next issue. We have numbers over 1,000. So now you've learned how to count up to 1,000. You saw 千 in this dialogue. So we have 一, 十, 百, and 千 for 1,000. Okay, now here comes an issue in Chinese that is difficult for learners of Chinese when speaking Chinese, and it also makes it quite difficult for Chinese speakers when they're learning English. And that is how numbers are expressed in 10,000 or more. Okay. Here, however, in Chinese, the next larger unit after 1,000 is not called 10,000. They don't say 10,000. They don't do that. It's 1. Right? Even though the Chinese share the international practice of segmenting a long Arabic number into 3 digits, 3-digit sets in writing like we do, or in print, they mentally divide the number into 4-digit sets instead when they read it. Starting at the 5th digit from the right is the 4-digit set of 1. Okay, so and then the next 4-digit set is E. Okay, so let's just take a look at these examples here so you understand what's going on. Okay, 千 is 1,000. Okay, but 1 is 10,000. So in English, we say 100,000. But in Chinese, they say 10,000. Right here, 10,000. 10,000, that's 100,000. It's actually 10 10,000s. That's how they count. 10,000. Okay? When they say a million, we say 1 million. Chinese say 100,000. They say 101. We say 10 million over here, but Chinese say 1,000,000. They say 1,000 10,000s. Okay? We say 100 million, but the Chinese say 1 亿. And then we say a billion, but the Chinese say 10 亿. So you'll have a lot of fun in the future with this. It's complicated actually for both Chinese learning English and English learning Chinese. So here's some examples of large numbers. So we have 12,334. But in Chinese it's 12,345. Right? 1 10,000, 2 1,000, 345. Right? Here's 25,000. 25,000. 25,000. Okay? Here's 340,876. 34 1. 34 10,000 units. See? 34 right here. 34 10,000 units. 34万零876. Right? And then we have 1,900,000. We come up with 10,000,090,000. Right? So 900,000 is 90万. You have 一个亿, and then they have one ling here. See here they have one ling, and over here there's one ling, 10. But even when there's a whole bunch of zeros here, they still just say ling when there's nothing in between. 10亿零90万. Okay, you've seen the use of 比 before, 比 to make comparisons. So in a sentence where 比 is used, a numeral plus measure word combination can be placed after the adjective to indicate the disparity. So A plus B plus B plus adjective plus numeral plus measure word plus noun. So what does all that mean? Let's take a look at these examples. So let's look at the English first. Our class is larger than yours by 4 students. Okay, so how do you put that together in Chinese? 我们班, right? Our class. 比你们班, right? So one thing to note as we're going through this is that the two things that are being compared are together, separated by 比. 我们班, 你们班 with the 比 in the middle. 我们班比你们班多4个学生. Okay, so the one that comes before the B is the one that has 4 more students. Okay, 我们班比你们班多4个学生. Don't try and translate this directly, it just won't work. Our class compared with your class, more 4 students. All right, if you translating it directly just doesn't work. So you have to learn the formula here. Here's another one. This shirt is $20 more expensive than that shirt. Okay, 这件衬衫, this shirt, 比那件衬衫, that shirt, 贵20块钱. Okay, so let's go back up here and look at this again. Here, you have A plus B, and then the B, and then you have the adjective. Okay, 多贵. Okay, these are the adjectives, more and expensive. Then the numeral, so 4个 or 20. Then the measure word, or the numeral 4 and 20, and then the measure word 个 and 快, and then the noun. Right, so there's the formula right there. Let's take a look at a couple more. My rent is $500 cheaper than yours. 我的房租比你的便宜500块. And one more example. My cousin is 3 years younger than me. 我表弟比我小3岁. 我表弟比我小3岁. Okay, and that concludes this grammar lesson.